This is your Crossover Connection, Capital 99.3. It's all about Primetime Crossover, the weekend edition. I have got Mr. Dale on the phone. So, hello, Mr.
Yes.
Dale.
Hey, how you doing? I don't want to mispronounce your name, so give me the right thing. Give me the right thing.
It's Esha.
Esha.
Esha, yes, there you go.
Esha. Oh, I was
Yes.
right. Yes, Esha. How
You
you
are
doing?
correct. I'm good, thanks.
Good afternoon to you and all the global listeners, the global capital family. You know, it's your boy, Mr. Dale, just passing through and dropping some love, Dre. Dropping some love.
I'm happy you can join us here at Studio C in London. Well, on the phone anyway. We'll take you anywhere we can get you. So, welcome to the show. I'm loving the energy, loving the music. Tell us all about your crossover season. What is happening with you?
Oh yeah,
what is going to be happening?
I mean, it's been amazing. You know, I mean, the big show. If you're talking about live performances, I mean, the big show. We would have just had our official delivery of the last canes. The ceremonial delivery of the last canes was yesterday. And it was followed by a tribute to some of the stalwarts of Calypso. And I performed there as well, you know, more or less paying tribute to Red Plastic Bag, one of the Caribbeans. But he was not here. So there were a whole heap of major stalwarts, you know, in the industry at that ceremony, at that performance. It was a vintage tent, brilliant production. Must give kudos to Stacey O'Brien over at the NCF. That was at first I was a little doubtful about the location, actually having it at a sugar factory, but it worked out so well. And kudos to them. Yeah, we had the likes of Gabby, Destroyer, Kid Sight. I mean, you know, all of these stalwarts of Bumba, of old Calypso, you know, through the years. So I was privileged to appear on that gig to pay homage and pay tribute to Red Plastic Bag. So that kind of kicked off the crossover, and the reception was amazing. But, you know, while we're talking about reception, you know, I've been in this game for a little while, Esha, but I tell you this song that I've done this year, Prison Break, is kind of unique in that it wasn't released on the radio as yet, but I performed it live, and the response was absolutely amazing, as if, you know, people had heard it before. It was released sometime in February. You know, it was just that familiarity, and it's because it's something that end of the COVID lockdown, we get out of prison. Yeah, so there's that kind of vibe, and it's only a few days it's been released, and I tell you this, the love and the response has been absolutely amazing, man. I'm very, very thankful for that. Just giving thanks, and wherever it takes me, I'll be going for sure.
I think everybody's ready to free up, and we're loving what you guys are giving us. You mentioned some vintage names there. Who are the people that influenced your music, Mr. Dale?
Coming up, like some of the guys that we would have honored last night too, because there would have been not only Stetson, it would have been Red Plastic Bag, would have been Gabby, who's like an uncle to me. Right. You know, I speak to both of those guys on almost daily, you know.
Oh, nice.
John King as well. But my mentor who really brought me into the game was the late, great Colin Observer Reed. I still speak to most of these guys daily too, Colin Spencer, Pompey, Griner. You know, we got good relationships, and it's important to foster good relationships with the people who would have laid and paved the way for you to follow on, you know, because Absolutely. Then we're supposed to do likewise for the next generation, and that's what it's all about, really. It's Absolutely. About passing on the torch and learning, as opposed to, you know, you're just trying to oppose them. I must say that there's always been that warmth from the time I came into the game. You know, I come from a sporting background, so it wasn't really a music person, you know, just a music fan. And they've all embraced me through the years. All of these stalwarts, you know, Kid Sight, everybody, Ras Eiley, Matt Fingal, the whole set of them, Destroyer, all of them have really been there for you. You know, and in seeing that and experiencing that, you know, I have no choice but to continue in that faith too, and that good life, and helping some of the juniors. I've worked throughout the years with some of the juniors in Junior Monarch, and more or less pass on, you know, the knowledge that would have been passed on to me, because that's the only way the thing will continue.
I love that attitude. Man. We're not ready for you to pass any torch just yet. We want more of Mr. Dale, for sure. So tell us what is coming up, because things are really heating
right
up.
Now, I've got a couple other things in the studio, but right now, because this is such a late crossover, because I tell you this, Esha, at the turn of the year, we had like a little informal meeting. We being the artists, you know, we had a little session. The consensus was don't look like crossover gonna happen. You know, it didn't look that way. So we thank God that everything is cleared up and we're ready to roll. we're giving it our best because I'm in the studio working on an album as we speak. Maybe right now for Crop Over, I just leave the Prison Break out there because that's what the people have really held on to that.
Yes.
So,
So, where is your next performance? You're in Barbados
well,
right now.
actually, as we speak, yeah, I'm in Barbados right now. I'm actually getting ready to be performing this evening at 7 o'clock. Be in the big show. Yeah, 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 yeah. It doesn't stop.
Okay.
Yesterday was like 3 performances. We in the meat of the crop over now. We it really warming up. So
Oh,
for those
yes.
of you up there, get your tickets ready, get your passport in order. We're looking for you here, right? You too, Esha. You too.
I would love to come to Crop Over. It definitely is on my
So
bucket list. Things to do. I have to make it to a Crop Over one of these years.
you have to. Yes, yes. Yeah. And
100%.
party with the original soca junkie, Mr. Dale. Just
That sounds
just
good.
put down the bucket list. We make that happen.
We're making this happen. That sounds like a whole
We're
lot of
gonna make
fun.
it happen.
Yes.
Yes, for sure, for
Okay,
sure.
wonderful. So you're very busy. You've got your performance tonight. You've squeezed us into your schedule. This is good. Thank you so much for that. Busy, busy
You're
guy.
most
So
welcome,
what
man.
is?
Anything for capital.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you, thank you. So what is your preparation?
The warmth is there. Tonight is a tent event. The crowds have been really, really appreciative. So the love is there. It's no lot of nerves, but it's just a matter of concentrating and going and have a good time, really, because it's not really like social commentary I'm doing
Right.
tonight in the tent. Tonight is a party song, so we're gonna go out and have some fun. We celebrating the prison break, man. It's all good.
Oh yes, we definitely need that break. We need to free up. We're ready to free up for sure. All right,
For
so
sure, for sure.
so share with us those social media handles. Where can they find you online?
Oh, everything at Mistah Dale, Mr. Dale.
All right, wonderful. So there
Yeah,
you
man,
have
for
it.
sure.
Well, I've got to say thank you. It's been an absolute pleasure chatting
Thank
with
you.
you. Mr. Dale chatting with us here on Capital 99.3 for Primetime Crop Over, the weekend edition, powered by Frosty's Ice Cream, Chefette Restaurants, Glasesco, and Jose y Jose.